What's good, everyone? This is DJ's Raw Uncut Truth, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need, representing that new media nation united. I'm joined by the OG of new media, Coach Joe. How you doing, my brother?
Hey, I'm doing great this morning, DJ. How you doing this morning, my brother?
Excellent. Good energy, good synergy. And before I go on, I want to say, for those who are being drafted, this is a special time for you to change the fortunes of your family, to create revenue within yourself, but also a good opportunity to outgrow your money. Save your money right, spend wisely, and always be in good company. But today, Coach, we're going to talk about Justin Fields. Old media and buffoons in the industry, ESPN, Fox Sports 1, have been hating on Justin Fields all during a couple months before the draft. Now, let me get this straight, Coach. I watch a lot of football, and I've not seen too many quarterbacks who are as good as Justin Fields. It's not even close. And for people to go on and hate on this kid, it's sad, man. So, Coach, what do you think about this buffoonery that's going on with the media and them trying to castigate a kid that does well on the field, but off the field, he has no problems off the field?
DJ, first let me say good morning to the family in the chat. Good morning, family. Good to see you guys here this morning. Appreciate you guys showing up today on another opportunity to be on DJ's Raw Uncut Truth, new media nation united. I just want to, start out by saying that this coverage that I'm seeing of Justin Fields and the media narrative that I'm starting to see looks very familiar to me. And why it looks familiar to me is because I've been around long enough to remember when black quarterbacks were not even chosen, when they were picking them and turning them into wide receivers and tight ends and defensive backs and all that. And so to me, Justin Fields clearly is better and had less to work with, which is almost always the case with us, is we get less to work with, got to make more out of it. And then when we make more out of it, then get criticized and then get turned down and act like we don't know what we're doing, that we're not up at the level of what they need us to be. And it's just ridiculous what they do, how they doing for Justin Fields. So that's where I'm at, DJ, on this. What you think?
Oh, absolutely. It's always with black quarterbacks, especially. They got to be better than good. They got to be better, light years better than those who are not black drafted ahead of them. There's a player named Mac Jones of Alabama. Mac Jones played on arguably one of the most talented teams in college football history. A lot of the Alabama skill players will be drafted. All he had to do was pass the ball to the open man. He didn't do anything special. His arm is regular. He's a smart kid. I'll give him that. But you're going to tell me that a game manager with good numbers is better than a Justin Fields, a brother who runs a 4.4, has a better arm, stronger, faster, has more game experience. Remember, Mac Jones, he's only started, 13 games? Because they had Tua Tagovailoa the other year.
Facts.
and all of a sudden he's better than Justin Fields. And shout out to Hoop Jargon. Shout out to Rap God.
Shout out to Rap God as well. Miss you too, my brother. Good to see you, Rap God. How you doing, Hoop?
So it's always a game. But, Coach, here's Shannon Sharpe, the so-called unk. Listen to him try to big up Mac Jones instead of the better quarterback. Listen to this buffoonery. I'm about to play it right now. Let me get this set up. Hoop Jargon said, "What's up, Coach?" Danny Joseph says, "I like Fields to go 2 or 3." Like I understand if it was Trevor Lawrence, who's got like God-gifted ability, he got a lot of potential. But Mac Jones, like, who are they fooling, man? This is the type of quarterback you could get in the second round. And I'm not being a hater. I'm just being real. But listen to Shannon Sharpe, man. It's about to play right now.
Skip, now this is the problem that I have now. They say, watch the tape. What does the tape say? It's hard for me to believe that there's a quarterback in this draft, regardless, Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, that has better tape than Mac Jones. The tape doesn't lie. So if you go to the tape.
Shannon Sharpe is wrong, because tape will show that Mac Jones had receivers that were so much open that he didn't have to make a difficult throw the whole season. That's what tape showed me. But someone who claims they're a football player, and he's a Hall of Famer, but it tells you just because you have been a Hall of Famer or played the sport doesn't mean you know how to analyze a game. But here's some more he has to say.
You would want his pro day to match up what you see on tape. But the measurables are secondary. Okay, so he's not 6'4", so he's not 230, so he can't throw the ball 70 yards, so he can't jump 40 inches. Who cares? The goal line is on.
So y'all hear that? He states all the stuff he can't do. So that's another reason why you should never take a Matt Jones type of player over a Justin Fields or even a Trey Lance. He can't throw that far. He's not athletic in a league where you got to extend plays on the run.
Ground. Can he step over that? That's all I need to know. Does it have a 1-inch vertical? Because if he can get the ball into the end zone. Watch the tape. What does the tape tell you? The 3 most important things for me when I look at a quarterback: how accurate is he? How quickly can he process information? How quickly can he get the ball out of his hand? Anything other than after that is icing. Skip, look, I don't know if you don't really like cake, but bundt cake. I like bundt cake. If you put icing on it, I'm not going to throw it in the trash, but it's not a must-have for me. Anything that comes after those 3, accuracy, processing information, how quickly does the ball come out of his hands, is secondary to me. So what, he can't outrun Justin Fields or Trey Lance. So what, he can't throw the ball as far as Zach Wilson or Trevor Lawrence. Now you're going to say, oh, he's a 40. Skip, can someone tell me the difference between the season that Joe Burrow had, although statistically we know Joe Burrow had a better season, than what Mac Jones?
Okay. So, Coach Joe, you see what he says there. Can you please tell me the difference, even though Joe Burrow had a better season? That's the point. Joe Burrow had a better season and was justified at being the number 1 pick. He had better numbers than Mac Jones. He's stronger. He's better. He's a better prospect. We would understand if somebody took a player like that, number 1. Like, okay, we understand. But the 49ers, and a lot of 49er fans are pissed off right now because their management are looking for the second coming of Tom Brady. You're not going to get that in this draft. You probably not ever get that in a long time. So, Coach, what do you think about Bubba Gump Shannon Sharpe's comments.
Well, first of all, DJ, I'm sitting here. When you played them, I'm sitting here listening to for myself. I'm playing it back in my head. I'm going, okay, wait a minute, hold. So let me get this straight. So you pub a guy, you give a guy's attributes. You say, this is the guy I like. But you start off by saying what the dude doesn't do good. You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like a dude that met this girl on a blind date, and he got it from his buddy, hooked him up with it. And he's trying to be nice. And so at the end of the day, the guy said, man, what you think of her, man? He said, man, I really appreciate that, man. She's smart, and she processes information real well. And she went to a good school. She got good parents. What didn't he say? She's pretty, got a nice body. I'm attracted to her. Okay. And I want to get to know her more because she looked like what I'm interested in. No. He went to all that academic stuff because he really can't tell the truth. Nah, not really. I mean, she's not really my type. She's not really my body style. She's not really it's not really my type. But there's Shannon making an argument, again, sounding ridiculous. Okay, the way Shannon can sound ridiculous. See, he seemed like he was making a case against Mac Jones to me, because the things that he said that he doesn't do well are many of the things that we see, those of us that watch football see, are crucial when you're coming in as a rookie, before you learn in the game, before the game slows down for you. It takes years for the game to slow down to you. You better have some intangibles to run for your life, because you will be running for your life. Okay, is he trying to say that Mac Jones will come in the NFL, and he gonna do what he did at Alabama to those NFL defenses, and he ain't never played in the NFL? Is that what he's saying? He's saying that his ability to process and get the ball out quick and all this other stuff, right? That he said, that's gonna help him as a rookie. When we know that when we watch rookies, we see Joe Burrow was a lot faster than this kid is. Better arm and all that. And he couldn't escape it as a rookie. He ended up getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to understand what the hell Shannon is talking about, other than let me talk, let me say something, let me talk, let me say something. I mean, I don't get it.
You sound like one of them preachers. I'm Deacon Bowles of Ebenezer Southwest Bedrock Church, and I want to say that in Alabama, he put up some yards, but he forgot to say that he had a Heisman Trophy winner wide receiver, Devontae Smith. And
Yeah, exactly right, DJ. Exactly right. And wait, and again, Devontae Smith, that kid.
Oh boy,
is anybody saying that kid is? I mean, did Justin Fields have that kind of kid to throw to?
Oh no.
What about in the backfield? Did he have
Najee Harris? He didn't have
did
that.
Did he have that? Or did he have what Alabama had?
No.
See, let me tell you what this is. They need somebody to cap for Nick Saban, because they didn't made him the god over Eddie Robinson. They didn't made him the god of college football. Never mind the fact that pipeline there has clear receipts attached to it. Okay, clear receipts attached to it, and that's the reason why they keep rolling that way. But they don't want us to look at that part. So
no. And look at Miss Black D. A shout out to you, Queen. She says, hey, I noticed Kyle Shanahan, the head coach of the 49ers, have issues with black quarterbacks. Look at RG3. That's a good point, because Kyle Shanahan, the reason why RG3 had the injuries in the NFL is because, and then people will say sliding, coach, he didn't slide enough. But you look at Lamar Jackson, he doesn't really slide that much. And he's been doing well for a couple years. The problem was Kyle Shanahan, he has a little narcissism. Since his dad was a head coach and won a Super Bowl with John Elway, He feels that every decision he makes is law. It's right. This coach couldn't even build around RG3 in his strengths and had a nerve to bench him for a Kirk Cousins. And you see how he's doing with Minnesota.
You mean a dude that live in his parents' backyard basement with his wife, even though he's
so
a
that tells
millionaire?
me everything I need to know about this coach.
Is
What'd you say, Coach?
Is that who you talking about, DJ? You talking about the dude that played quarterback for Minnesota is living in his parents' basement with his wife, even though he's a millionaire because he want to save money?
That guy. Lord.
See, even when they act like little boys, they pat him on the back. Even when they act like little boys. Wow. I mean, I've been looking at this shit show for I don't know how long. Okay.
J&J Video said, "What's up, fam? Shout out to the Mellow House. Shout out to the chat.
Shout out, family. Shout out, J&J. I see you, my sister. Hello. How you doing? What's up, Brett Law? I see you, my brother. The thing is that's illuminating to me, so illuminating to me, is that I didn't seen this crap show I don't know how many times. I remember when James Harris came out and played for the Rams. He actually hit my grandpa's car down in Louisiana because he went to Gremlin. One day coming around with his running one of them bends around in Louisiana and with his head tight. My great grandpa still had it. But it's interesting to me how from James Harris to Doug Williams to Randall Cunningham to Michael Vick, okay, to what we see now, Russell Wilson, my homeboy, Deshaun Watson, all to what we're seeing now. And they still go back to the old playback. Well, he's kind of athletic. Well, he kind of fast. Well, when it's amazing that these things are now becoming things that we should knocks against a quarterback. In this NFL, we see fast defensive lines. Okay, we see fast linebackers now. We see speed all over the damn field. But yet the quarterback don't have to have speed. Okay, all righty. There we go. Nonsense, DJ. Nonsense.
It's funny how it works. And shout out to Aquarian Warrior in the building. I know that Kyle Shanahan has went to a Super Bowl, but he has a little Luke Walton in him. You can't tell him anything. Mm-hmm. He knows more than you. He went in the press conference, Coach, and he was irate because the reporters are actually asking tough questions. And got a little, little testy. But can you blame the reporters? When reports are coming out that you're going to take a quarterback who PFF have said is number 40 in the draft board, Coach. This quarterback is number 40 in the draft board. You're going to take him number 3, possibly, because you feel like he's the next Tom Brady. No, you're hoping he's the next Tom Brady, but he's not.
Well, DJ, the fact of the matter is Tom Brady wasn't the next Tom Brady.
Right.
We need to stop remixing this as if this is something real. Tom Brady, when he came out of Michigan, he was nobody's nothing, and nobody expected him to do nothing. Okay, so let's stop acting like he came out and everybody knew he was a something, because he wasn't.
Oh no, and I'll go a step further. Tom Brady was a game manager his first 3 Super Bowls.
Facts.
The Patriots had one of the top, and this is true, the Patriots had one of the best defenses in the NFL history. Facts. Nobody mentions it. Ty Law, Teddy Bruschi. What's that brother from Long Beach?
Willie McGinnis. Rodney Harris. A lot of them dudes. You're absolutely right, DJ.
Asante Samuel.
Yes.
And
see this. See, look. See this. What I say about Tom Brady. Okay, I am never going to say he was the best quarterback to play in the NFL. I don't care what nobody says. Never.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that he's the winningest quarterback in the NFL. I will give him. I'm not giving. I accept that because he's won more Super Bowls than anybody else. But his numbers are pedestrian in a whole lot of those Super Bowls. And when he had the best NFL, the most explosive offense in the history of that point in the NFL, when he went to the Super Bowl, what did he do?
Choke.
Choke. So spare me the bull crap.
Hey, Coach, quick question. Who is the best quarterback you ever seen?
I would say up until this point, I'd have to say Joe Montana.
I agree. I don't know. When you put him in the Super Bowl, man, you never – if you look at his numbers, Coach, Joe Montana never had a subpar Super Bowl.
Never. Brightest lights, biggest stage, ball, check. Look at that other dude's record. You won't see that.
Rap God said Mahomes is the best he's ever seen. He's got the talent, and he could be the best ever when his career is done. But we talking about, players who their careers are done. And Joe Montana, man, when he was in the Super Bowl, I watch a Football Life, man. This dude was a warrior, man. And they used to hit back then.
Yes. Knock your block off.
I'll go a step further. Joe Montana most likely would have broke a lot more records. He had to retire a little earlier due to concussions, because back then, when you have teams like the Giants and stuff knocking your block off, you're not going to play as long as these quarterbacks today. Like if Tom Brady played back in those days, he would not have played 20 years.
Hell no.
It's pretty much impossible to do it with a game that physical. You got Lawrence Taylor coming at you too. Shoot.
Reggie White.
Uh-huh.
Bruce Smith. Man, come on, man. Don't even get me started, man. Different game. But
I'm going to continue what Bubba Gump Shannon Sharpe continues to say about this topic.
Other than after that is icing. Skip, look, I don't know if you don't really like Kate, but Jones talent, if they had Trey Lance talent, the last time that happened, they got Chicago in trouble. Now, the tape said you should have took Deshaun Watson, but you tried to overthink it and took Mitchell Trubisky because you said if he had the talent that Deshaun Watson had around him, he would have been equally as good. So what'd you do? You traded up one spot, mortgaged everything, and you could have just sat right there where you were and took Deshaun Watson or took Patrick Mahomes. Sometimes, Skip, you talk yourself out of things. Mac Jones' tape is plenty good enough because I give you another guy, Skip, prime example. Look at Joe Montana measurables. Joe ain't have no measurables, but what could he do? That ball came.
Okay, that was buffoonery. He's trying to compare, well, if they pass on Mac Jones, it would be like the Bears passing on Deshaun Watson. No, it's not even close. Not even close. And as for Joe Montana had some of the quickest feet as a quarterback in a pocket. Bill Walsh said had the best feet as a quarterback he's ever seen. Now, This is Bill Walsh saying this.
Facts.
Coach, I really believe some of these buffoon networks just go on TV and say anything to prove a point.
Well, I don't think it's anything, DJ, in my view. I think it's calculated. And that's the reason why I'm here fighting it up so much. And I believe that hashtag new media is so important. I think they are trying to continue the narrative that we have spoken about on this show. And that is the truth. They want our boys if they are going to highlight them, if they are going to put them up and put them on a pedestal, if you will, or to show who they are, make sure that before they give our boys any of that kind of shine, we have to come from the mud so that they can clean us up, shine us up, have us looking like a brand new penny, so then they can show the world, look at what they did to save us. When one of our boys don't need saving like that, because they had a daddy, they had a mama, they grew up not in the mud like that. Okay, they try to slight them and take away from what they've actually done, left, right, and center. Case in point, Justin Fields. And you mentioned something earlier, DJ, to me about what his dad said. Go ahead with that, brother.
Yeah, this is from the Buckeye Extra. They interviewed his father, and his father said, "We're built for this." He says, "We're a family of faith, so we believe wherever he goes, it's where God wants him to go." Fathers are important. They hate this. See, the NFL wants to continue its minstrel show to show athletes with broken homes and coming up from single mothers, so they could do their little sideshow and circus whenever a player gets drafted, talk about his background, how he came from poverty, how he didn't have this, didn't have that. They want that to be the norm. They want it to be stereotyped, and they want it to be broadcasted. But this kid and his father have a different approach. They said they're going to let the Most High take charge, and we're going to go full steam ahead with belief, prayer, and confidence.
Facts.
And this is what else he said. He said friends have sent him text messages, says, "Oh man, this is so bad. How they're treating Justin. I'm praying for you guys." He said, "I'm like, man, he's getting ready to get drafted. Most likely first round in the NFL, getting paid the King's wrestling to play a kid's game. And we're ready for it all." Like I said, we're built for this type of stuff. Our family has a strong core, and whatever happens, happens. That's what I'm talking about.
DJ, what other professional athletes with dads you think that he sounds like?
Oh, LeVar Ball.
I'll be doggone. Wow. Don't Lonzo have a tattoo on him say "Fear God"?
Right.
Hasn't LaMelo talked about his faith and stuff and God and seeing him through and stuff? And every time they ask him about LaMelo about something that's not cool or a setback or some type of something, he always says, "Well, hey, that's just it, but we coming back stronger."
Mm-hmm.
Wow, amazing. How the similarities.
And 313 says, "What's up? I wouldn't be mad if my Lions drafted Fields, but Fields don't deserve those struggles." Hey, you're a real one for that, 313. He from Detroit, but you real for that, bro, because you want him to go to a good situation, and I'm the same way.
Facts. Hey, 313. Shout out Detroit. Ardmore between 7 and 8 Mile, my brother. That's where I used to live. Shout out Detroit.
Shout out to the Panthers, North Carolina. He said, "Hit the like button." New media, no doubt. You know, it's funny, Coach Joe. I kind of wish, out of all NFL owners and teams, the Carolina Panthers, they have a good thing going on. Their owner's cool. He lets their organization do what they do. He doesn't interfere. They do a good job scouting. It's really funny because the Charlotte Hornets, they could learn from the Carolina Panthers.
Right.
Build around your talent.
Facts.
You got the Hornets. they forget that LaMelo Ball is even a franchise player sometimes. Oh, he got to share the ball with role players. 704 bounce Charlotte put a LOL. He know what I'm talking about. And guess what they did with Bridgewater?
What they do?
He underperformed. They sent him out of there. They sent him to the Broncos. And I hope the brother has a good career there, but just wasn't great.
Well, he gonna have opportunity with the Broncos. That's good.
Oh yeah, Broncos ain't got no quarterback. 313 says, "Oh man, shout out to you, Coach. Man, 100."
Yes, 313. I love Detroit. Love Detroit.
Yeah, I got family out there too, so got a couple of them out there. Detroit, it's a better place than what the media tells you. There's a lot of potential there. Properties are low. There's a lot of potential. Trust me. J&J video says LaMelo has a Fear God tattoo on his wrist. Exactly. So you see the difference. Hey, Coach, remember that one draftee? I don't know if you've seen the video, right? Last year, it was an offensive lineman. It was a mess. Like this white girl came over this lineman and just took over the whole show pretty much, and the mama had to push her off.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Do you know that this lineman is one of the biggest busts in NFL history? He got cut. He was like, I think the number 8th pick or something. He played for the Titans and got cut.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Didn't have a father around.
Oh, shame.
It's a sad situation. Prayers to him. I hope he can rebound. I hope he can. But if you guys listen to old media and listen to them tell you that they don't need a father and all that crap, that's a lie. And that's just brainwashing tactics. Fathers are important just like mothers are important. And you want kids to have the best situation so they don't end up like that brother right there who did not have guidance. He would always go late to practices. He never showed up in meetings. Where was his parents to tell him? And y'all know who I'm talking about too.
Facts.
He played at Georgia. Where was his parents to tell him, brother, this is bigger than you? When you go out there, you're not only representing the front of the jersey. Forget all that. You're representing the back of the jersey, your last name. That's what you represent. Your family. Isaiah Wilson. Saddest situation around. Just got cut.
Facts. Wow.
One of the highest draft picks to be cut in a year.
Wow.
And they try to help.
Look at that, DJ.
Yeah, they try to help this kid out, man. You know, Tennessee Titans, man, they give people second chances more than anybody. And you can't even, they try to give him rehab. It's not like he had a drug problem. It's just that he had an authority problem. He just did whatever the F he wanted, just show up late all the time. You just can't do that, man. Cussing people out all the time, and they try to send him to anger management here and there. That didn't work. And shout out to, I gotta say it, Dexterius Crockett. You know I gotta say your name, man. You know I gotta say your name.
Facts. Dexterius Crockett. There we go. What's up, brother?
All right.
Hey,
Shout
Queen
out.
Royalty.
The Queen Royalty in here. 704 bound Charlotte said offensive lineman. Hey, if the Panthers could get Penei Sewell, that's still over Sean Slater, that's definitely good for y'all team. J&J video says, remember, LeVar was in the Carolina when he was in the NFL. They sent him to London. Oh, yeah, I remember that, 95.
Facts. And you know, DJ, what you bringing about Isaiah Wilson? is one of those cautionary tales and one of those sad kind of stories, you know, that this country um, grows in this country and cultivates and uh, uh, guides to show up like this. I'm looking at this brother right now in Houston right now, and man, you spoke a little bit about this, and I'm gonna tell you something. My heart goes out. I'm angry a little bit, to be honest with you, and I'm talking about Deshaun Watson situation right now. That there was nobody in his circle to pull him back, that he could trust, whose trust he had, that would tell him the truth. You need to pump your brakes, young G. You need to slow down, boy. You don't get yourself in trouble. See, sad, heartbreaking to me, very heartbreaking. Because I understand the defiance from Isaiah Wilson. I understand. James Baldwin back in the 60s, one of the most famous writers, one of the most accomplished writers in the history of America. He said in Fire Next Time, and I'm going to paraphrase, black man being aware in America is like being in a constant state of rage. If you understand what's going on to our people here, it's hard to be happy. It's hard to play Pharrell. And I'm happy every day. I'm happy. It's hard to do that. When you know what's going on, when you see very clearly what's going on, like what's happening in this country to black men all over this country at the hands of law enforcement, we see. So we understand Isaiah. We understand Deshaun. See? And I'm just sad that the people around him, Rap God said Deshaun was receiving the Bill Cosby treatment. He may be receiving the Bill Cosby treatment, but guess what? If he had somebody in his corner, he wouldn't even been in that situation to begin with.
Talk to him, coach.
I agree with you. See, the Bill Cosby situation highlights there's two different systems we dealing with here, family. And when you forget which one that you belong to, and you think you belong to the other one because of your accolades or because of what the system has afforded you, you have lost your compass. And now you're getting ready to come back to reality. And that's what's happening to Deshaun Watson. That's what happened to Bill Cosby as well. See, Bill Cosby thought that he was America's dad. He drank the Kool-Aid. He thought that America's dad stuff was coming from the establishment when it wasn't. It was coming through the establishment, not from them.
Boy, that's powerful, coach.
See, and then he started doing what? He started what? Started biting the hand that fed him. See, those of you that's right. Those of you in the chat, look at my picture. I put my face up. I don't have it. Look at my face, my picture. Y'all see that I'm a light-skinned black man. But if you know my background and you know my family members, you will know that when DJ came up and showed his face on these live streams not long ago, that I got most of my family looks like him. They are his complexion, including my mother. I don't play that. I got families.
Coach Joe.
Yes.
You see what 704 Bounce Sharpe, he says other football players not even supporting Watson.
But of course not. Of course not. They're not going to support him. They don't want to be drugged into by association because they know that mud splats. See? When you get an opportunity to play professional sports in this country as one of us from our tribe, you have to be better in so many ways. You have to check a lot of boxes if you want to participate in that system. And I'm not going to sit up and say you're entitled to that system. You're not. But if you choose to go along and be in that system, if you choose to play the game in that system, don't get mad when the system then comes back at you for not playing the way they want you to. I am never going to sit back and allow you to be abused, misused by these people because you said yes. But I am also not going to say that you don't have a responsibility to carry yourself and hold yourself in a certain way, because you do. Because they have shown you this is what this is. And if you ain't ready to do this, sometimes buck dance, sometimes coon dance. If you ain't ready to do these things, you better get out of here. And that's what new media is supposed to be, to support our boys so that we know they can't do it and get the bag. So we going to do it for you. We going to tell the truth for you. You just stand strong. And I'm back to you, DJ.
That's right. Coach Joe, that was better than any other Sunday sermon. Southwest Baptist Church or Ebenezer Church or whatever church. Deacon Biles. His brother have a towel and they play that sad music. You know that's when they do the tires, Coach. They play that sad music. I tell you, our Lord has been a blessing. But get back to the church. They don't say church, they church. Get back to your neighbor. And they got the ushers synchronized. They got that offering played out just in time.
That's right, for the third time.
I'm like, hey, I ain't about to get me, man. I just put $10 in there, man. Come on, man.
That's right.
Put a second offering plate.
Third time.
Right. I give him that stern look, like, brother, I'm in a good spirit right now by the Lord. Don't make me switch spirits. You done bring that plate like 4 times. You out here. Come on, man. This is a big church. You got top-notch AC and everything.
Thank you.
Don't act like you ain't got no money.
Thank you. Facts.
Oh, this is for a fundraiser. For what? To go on a vacation?
Right. No, that's the building fund that's been going on since 1962.
Right.
And the only thing they building is that dude's portfolio who's standing in front of them.
They got the building fund since my grandmother was like in her 20s.
Thank you.
I'm like, dang, man, I'm almost 30 and we still got a building fund.
Thank you. Still got a building fund.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord.
But I still go to church all the time.
Facts. We ain't gonna turn our back on what we know the deal is, but we know we gonna hold them to their feet to the fire too, though.
313, and this brother is a spiritual brother. He says those Baptist churches be tripping. Dexterious Crockett, the brother with the best name around, is given to the nation to help grow this channel. Brother, you're a real one. $25 super chat. He says, good teaching, Coach Joe, New Media.
Thank you, Dexterious. Appreciate you so much, my brother.
Rap guy said that sounds like Creflo Dollar.
Hey, look here. Let me tell you something about Creflo. Let me tell you something. I love me some Creflo Dollar. Let me tell you why. Because he keep it big pimping. And if you don't know that Creflo keep it big pimping, you just mad. He ain't a Creflo Dollar, a big pimping ain't shy at all about what he talking about. He let you know straight out what the deal is. And if you didn't want to be mad at him, so what?
He's like, I'm going to speak my mind.
That's right.
I got to give him credit on one thing. He doesn't lie to people.
He don't. Big Pimpin' don't lie. No, he tell the truth.
I mean, he let him know, I want a bigger jet.
Thank you. I
gotta at least respect that. He said, I'm getting me that jet. Why can't Joe Osteen get it, but I can't get it?
Thank you.
I was like, you know what, Creflo, you did have a point. That's why I don't be hating on him.
I mean,
tell the truth.
That's right. What did that other one say? The one that said, "I can't ride in no regular planes with all them demons in there." That's a big pippin right there, boy.
Oh boy. But you know what's so good about new media, coach? And shout out to the homie 313. We used to do a show, coach, called a barbershop sports talk, man. This brother, he knows his sports. For the $10 super chat, he said, we all supporting here. Love this content. Subscribe to 313's channel, especially if you're a Detroit sports fan. He has the channel for Detroit sports, and he shows love to my channel. You know what, coach? Whenever he's live, whenever I catch him, I show the same love, and it's like a brotherhood. It's an amazing thing.
Well, you know what? I need to thank you for telling me that, reminding me of that. I need to go on 313. I'm gonna subscribe to you today, my brother. Thank you, appreciate you. I didn't know you had a channel. We got to support each other.
Exactly.
And DJ, thank you for doing that, my brother. You are a writer. Okay, when it comes, people can talk with their mouths and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Where your feet going? Dolomite said, free your mind and your ass will follow. Okay, where your feet going? Okay, where your feet going? So if your feet ain't going to support, then pass me with all that old nonsense. Because it don't take nothing to support our family on these channels. Nothing. A button, pushing a button.
I had a sub that's starting their channel, and they're like, and I'm keeping it real. What they was telling me, they say, bro, DJ, y'all one of the few people who uplifts everyone's channel that comes and shows love. And I was like, brother, if we all get the same subs, it doesn't matter. We're growing these platforms. We need more independent content creators. We need more people keeping it real that you won't see from ESPN and their cronies on their networks. This is a good thing. So it's not a competition. It's all love, and this is what nation building is all about.
Well, see, DJ, just so you know, my brother, you are a rare bird. We are rare birds, my brother.
Yes.
We're not the regular birds, and so that's why new media is taken off the way that it's taken off, because this isn't run of the mill, just any talk you can find anywhere. This is real talk, that those who are looking for real talk, those that reflect, that have that same in their heart. This is what they're looking for. Them other ones, they're not looking for this. They're looking to be entertained. They're looking for more drama so that they can hide from themselves and their lives and escape into something else. Look, there's nothing wrong with entertainment. Entertainment is important, but entertainment can also give you something that you can hold on to, can stick to your ribs. Okay, it can be a good meal as well. It doesn't have to be just fluff. Fluff is fine, but it doesn't have to be just fluff. So,
yeah, I don't want to be like the boring church preacher at a suburb church. And from scripture, it said that Jesus, I don't want
to. Right.
You can teach while entertaining.
Right.
So I don't know if they know this, but within the joke we have, there's a teaching moment.
Facts.
We brought up Creflo Dollar, even though people say he's a scam artist and stuff. How is he scamming when he's being honest?
Facts.
It's not his fault that they donated, and he's telling them what he's getting.
And you know what, DJ? I think I heard Six Black on his album say that exact same thing. I heard him say that exactly, just what you just said. I mean, he said, talking about his girl, he said, I just switched gears on her. And I guess I must have switched them too fast, because now she didn't tapped out. She must have couldn't keep up. Oh, I mean, and there it is right there. Thank you, Black, for giving us in music and rhyming. We appreciate that. It ain't his fault. I guess I must have hit a switch on it.
Coach, one thing I appreciate about this channel, and this is not, I'm not putting no names on specific YouTuber, I'm just talking about how this game is.
Right, exactly.
I've seen other YouTubers, if their views are not the same, they'll either cut the show shorter or they won't keep it as entertaining and real. Cause like, oh, I don't have the same views. But no matter views we have right now, the energy is always the same. No matter if we're talking about LaMelo, no matter if we're talking about LeVar, no matter if we're talking about anything else, if we're talking about other sports or personal situations, the energy remains the same. And it's a wonderful thing. Shout out to the sister, Claudia Portia Taylor. She said, hey, New Media, thank you, Queen.
Thank you, Queen. How you doing, Portia?
313 says, so where do you think the Fields is going? I wouldn't be surprised if it's Detroit, even though they got golf. I'm disappointed because Fields, I truly believe this, with the talent that the 49ers have, and you know they got talent. I really thought that he was the missing piece for the 49ers. They got everybody coming back. The 49ers last year had the record of most injuries in NFL history. They had 28 players injured and still won 7 games. That's amazing.
That's awesome.
And they're going to mess it up.
You know, for me, DJ, and 313, I'm a little confused, and I want you to clear it up for me, DJ, if you could.
Mm-hmm.
You said that they play golf, so they don't need fields. You can't play golf in the winter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So is that true that you saying they shouldn't pick, that you don't think they don't pick fields because they play golf?
Jared Goff. Oh, you making a joke? Okay.
See, golf who didn't golf show us enough for hitting balls to the right and the left? Didn't we see enough of him already?
Oh, 313 said Jared Goof.
You know, we seen enough of him, right? I mean, what are we talking about?
I know what he is. His situation, coach. And shout out to J&J Video for the $20 super chat. Thank you, my sister, for supporting and subscribe to her channel.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, J&J.
And I will be on her. She'll have a live tomorrow. I'm gonna be there. Y'all check it out, man. She's family. She's a blessing to New Media, and I'm proud of her.
Facts.
And as for 313, I know you want me to answer this, man, and you're gonna like this. Jared, I see a lot of people comparing Jared Goff with Sam Darnold's situation and say, oh, he gets a fresh start. No, I've seen enough from Jared Goff having all those weapons and choking in the playoffs. Sam Darnold played on a team with a horrible coach. He looked like he was on drugs. Adam Gase. Worst offensive line in the league. 32nd, last place, ranked skill players in the NFL by PFF.
Worst front office. One of the worst front offices.
They're worse than the Raiders. So if I'm the Detroit Lions, I'm taking a BPA. It's all about that BPA, baby. Yep. Best player available. That's what I would do.
I'm gonna tell you, DJ. I watched Fields' his pro day, and I'd seen him play obviously during the season, but again, this was an abbreviated season. I don't put a whole lot of like regular weight on what this year's crop, to be honest, because the season was so screwed up. Okay, it was not. This was not a good look. However, when I watched Justin Fields' pro day, I was very impressed. He looked like his arm and his touch, his accuracy, and all that. He looked like a upgraded version of Michael Vick. He looked like a Michael Vick with accuracy. I was like, wow.
And Coach Joe, on his film, you're going to like this. Justin Fields, even though he runs a 4.4, he's looking to pass.
Facts.
So he's not just they're stereotyping these brothers that are quarterbacks. They think they just run. You, for those who are saying that, they obviously does not watch film. There were a lot of chances where Justin Fields, if he really wanted to run, he could have had a 50-yard run, 60-yard run.
Facts.
But he progressed, and he looked at the field, and he finds the receiver. That's why some would say he's the best quarterback in the draft. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, absolutely. Not throwing to spots because his players and the schemes that they're using highlight the athleticism and the ability of his skill players, and so he throwing the spots.
You see Claudia, Coach? Claudia says, my Niners are about to do this, ... Boy, I am praying. Lord. There's a lot of Niner fans who are black. I've come across them.
Facts.
And this will be the first, like, brother as a quarterback besides Cap, because Cap he did his thing, took his team to a Super Bowl. But I'm talking about drafted high, first round, the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't want to make history. Reading these reports,
yeah,
they want to go back to the status quo. See,
Fact.
what worked for them was with Colin Kaepernick.
Yep.
A quarterback who fits this game to a T, that can run and throw and do all with a strong arm. Instead of doing that, they're gambling the draft pick. If you really wanted Mac Jones, Coach, you could have just traded down.
Right.
There was nobody going to get him. You see Bill Belichick, Coach? Because they asked the Patriots if they would get a quarterback, because Cam Newton's on a 1-year deal, right? The Patriots didn't even trade up. You know why? Because they said if we get a quarterback, whoever's there at 15, we're going to get him.
Facts.
This is the difference between good organizations and trash organizations. Sometimes the best play is not doing anything at all.
Let me see here, DJ. Justin Timberlake and Chris Stapleton. Sometimes the greatest thing that you can say is to say nothing at all. Sometimes the greatest thing to say is to say nothing at all. Facts.
Absolutely. 704 says, I just read the 49ers called the Packers about trying to get Aaron Rodgers. Good luck with that.
Well, I like that a whole lot better than Mac Jones.
Oh, yeah. You could. Hey, I'll give up the farm for him. If I'll say this right now, and if you're a Tom Brady fan, you're not gonna like this. If Aaron Rodgers go with that team, with that talent they got, and their young talent, they're winning the Super Bowl.
Facts.
And I know a lot of people say they don't like Aaron Rodgers because he's not your standard good old boy, white kid. You know, he California cool, and Aaron Rodgers is a cool dude. I like the brother. I think he's a great quarterback. I think he gets disrespected, blamed for losses that's not his fault. The brother got game, and he does things that Tom Brady can't do. Let's put that out there. Claudia Portia Taylor said, what's the Cash App? Thank you for supporting the channel, my sister. I'll put it down right here.
Thank you, Claudia.
Rap God, you're correct. Kaepernick changed the football game. They started doing more run pass options. That era came when Kaepernick came to went to the 49ers. Jim Harbaugh, with his genius, he created a new strategy that will evolve the game. That's why you're seeing this new run pass option. You don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be a run. You can run it, pull it out, and throw it. It used to be just, if you're going to run it, it's going to be like an option. Now they implemented the passing with the option, which transformed the game. So, yeah, credit to Kaepernick for that. Claudia says 9 a game. Hey, Claudia, I hope you forgive me for being a Cowboys fan. Please forgive me. Queen Royalty says, DJ, you know Brady is the GOAT. Brady is the winningest quarterback. I don't take anything away from him. But it's nothing. It's not me dissing Tom Brady. I give him credit, accolades. It's just that if you ask most people, everybody has a different opinion on who's the GOAT is. I've heard people say Lawrence Taylor is the GOAT because with his position, he just dominated.
Facts. Change the game.
Change the game. Now we got a new term now. Back then, if you were a linebacker, you usually didn't rush the passer. Now they got a term called edge rusher, outside linebacker. That's because of Lawrence Taylor.
Facts.
But, man, this was a great show, Coach. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. Thank you for being about truth. Thank you for always just supporting. And I truly appreciate your presence here, Coach Joe.
Oh, DJ, you're so welcome. And right back at you. Thank you so much for doing what you do, my brother, for giving of your time and your effort and your energy to build this very difficult thing that you're doing. Hashtag that we're doing in new media. Hashtag new media. This is a very difficult thing to do, to break through the white noise, and you're doing it. And I appreciate you in so many ways, my brother. The ones that are spoken and ones that aren't. Hashtag new media. Thank you to the family. Appreciate you, fam. You know y'all are so special. Y'all mean so much to Coach. You mean so much to DJ, so much to new media, because you guys are new media. And we thank you for saying yes and hanging your declaring and hanging your shingle too. And so I'll say, as I always do, in boom too. Because of you, I am. Because of me, you are. We are one. Have a great day, family. So see you guys next time. Have a great one.
Exactly. You too. And before I head out, I got to read this because I like this by Rap God. Aaron Rodgers isn't a good old boy. I remember when he got drafted, old media trashed him for riding a motorcycle. That's why I respect Aaron Rodgers. He ain't no good old boy, and he rolls how he rolls. So respect to him. Support all these brothers and sisters YouTube channels. Support 313. Support J&J Video. Support Claudia Portia Taylor when she gets her channel running. If we all support each other, great things can happen, and we won't have to depend on old media. That is the goal, and I truly believe it can happen. Peace and love to everybody. Shout out to Uncle Vern. Uncle Vern, you know we riding out to your music, man. You know we riding out to your music.
Let me tell you something. Back in my day, let me show you.